Hi, my name is Kat Kerr, and today I'm going to be creating Christmas trees 2 ways using Craft Plastic by Grafix. Now my first tree is going to be a decorative hanging tree, but before I get to that I first want to make some ornaments, and I'm going to make the ornaments using some scrap pieces of white opaque craft plastic and some alcohol inks. Now I first started by picking some analogous colors that I was going to use. Here I'm using some reds, oranges, yellows, all colors that are next to each other on that color wheel so that they blend nicely together. And once they were almost dry, I went in with some foil to add a little bit more shimmer. Now next up I'm going to use my Sizzix Big Shot to cut out some simple shapes. I don't necessarily have a lot of Christmas or holiday themed dies, so I just picked some that I thought would work well. But if you don't have a die cutting machine, you can just use a pair of scissors and just cut out some circles. Now I'm going to start on that hanging tree, and today I'm using 2 pieces of 12 by 12 white opaque craft plastic, and I'm going to add some alcohol inks in order to create some texture. And I do that by adding some beautiful green and yellow to one side and then pressing that other page directly on top of it and squishing it around so that I get that ink on both pages. Now once that alcohol ink is almost dry, I come in with some brass metallic alcohol ink, and I just add these little dots, and it's going to spread out. To me, they kind of represented the little baubles on a Christmas tree. Next, I cut out 2 pieces of Grafix Chipboard into triangles, and I'm going to cut out the Grafix craft plastic that I added the alcohol ink to. I'm going to cut that out to the same exact size, and then I'm going to apply that craft plastic to the top of the chipboard using some double tack dry adhesive film. Next, I add some holes to the bottom of that tree using a hole punch, as well as adding some tinsel trim around the border. Next, I add a little wire hook to the top, and then I start assembling all of the little ornaments on the bottom. I just love the way this simple festive tree came to life. Now, I'll admit, after making the ornaments and making the tree, I was left with quite a bit of scraps, and I wanted to use them up, and so I decided to first cut them into strips. Now there's no measuring involved, I just cut out some thin and thick strips. Next I took a piece of double tack dry adhesive film and I removed that top layer exposing the adhesive, and then I took the strips and just applied one after the other, covering up that double tack dry adhesive film. And there's no rhyme or reason, thick or thin lines, I just needed to cover it up. And then once it was covered, I took a pair of scissors and cut out a triangle. Next, I removed that back layer exposing the adhesive. I applied it to this piece of watercolor paper. I added a trunk using some leftover craft plastic that I had from another project. And then I mounted this onto a base and created some cards. So I was really able to use quite a bit of the leftover pieces I had. I love the way both projects came out, and for more ideas on how to use these plastic films, chipboards, double tack dry adhesive film, make sure you visit grafixarts.com. Thanks for watching.